What is going on, football fans? Back at it with another New York Giants video. And in this video, we're going to talk about the two signings by the New York Giants at a rookie minicamp. Was trying to have a couple more videos up for you guys the last couple days, but I've been saving my voice. I lost my voice. Was going to go live the other night. I'll probably do a live stream midweek, recapping everything that happened this week, some of the things that I may or may not be talking about in this video. My voice has just been absolutely gone from doing those Knicks streams, but luckily for me, I'll have 5 or 6 days off before the NBA playoffs, and I'm going to continue to give you guys as much Giants offseason content as I possibly can. Well, rookie minicamp was underway this week for the New York Giants. It's a 3-day period. Today will be the last of the 3 days, and not a ton of major storylines came out. You got to see the rookie Kadarius Toney in the number 89 jersey. The big story came out. I don't even know why it was a story at all, that he ran a drill barefoot, and to me, that was probably a mix-up with the equipment manager. Big deal. The guy wanted to show his dedication and ran some drills. Really shouldn't be much of a story there at all. But the two major signings that came out of rookie minicamp for the New York Giants, and I actually think both have at least an opportunity to crack this roster, were Corey Clement and the former wide receiver Kelvin Benjamin. And when the Giants brought in Kelvin Benjamin for a visit, my initial reaction was there's no chance this guy's ever going to make the team. I looked at our wide receiving core, yada, yada, yada. And I just didn't think he's going to make it. He hasn't played since 2018. Of course, he's had weight problems in the league. But news came out yesterday that he was trying out at tight end for the New York Giants. I'm going to pull up some of the news that came out today. Now, could he make the team as a tight end? Well, we're going to talk about that. I still think it's going to be a tough shot for him to make this team. He very well may make the practice squad, or he could impress, and if he doesn't make the Giants team, he could catch on somewhere else. Does he have a shot? Sure. As far as Clement goes, I actually think he has a very good chance to make this New York Giants team, because when you look at our running back depth right now, we don't have the best. Of course, we signed Devontae Booker. We got Brightwell, but with Barkley coming off the injury, and news came out yesterday that Tish said they're not 100% certain that he'll be back. I think he will be, but I think the Giants will handle it with kid gloves. They're not going to rush him back into the fire. They're going to want as many running backs on this roster as they could get. So I think Corey Clement, the former Philadelphia Eagle, who we know pretty well, will more than likely make this team, or at least have a very good opportunity to do so if he shows well in camp. And you have to think that both of these prospects showed good in the rookie minicamps. Otherwise, the New York Giants wouldn't have given them contracts. Clement, to me, is going to fill the void left by Dion Lewis. Lewis, to me, was the pass-catching running back. We used him a bit in special teams. I think that's what Clement will have here with the Giants. He's about 220 pounds, formerly out of Wisconsin, was undrafted out from the Philadelphia Eagles. But let's pull up the quote first. This is from the Giants, talking about both signings. The details, I'm not sure. I'm sure they're close to league minimum contracts. We have signed wide receiver Kelvin Benjamin and running back Corey Clement. And I think both of them have an opportunity really to make this team. Like I said, first we're going to go over the statistics. This from Corey Clement. He's going to be 27 this year. He spent 4 years in the league. Didn't play much the last 2 years. His first 2 years with the Eagles, he actually got some decent playing time. He had 321 yards on the ground, averaging 4.3 yards a carry. Had a, he's also used as a pass catcher. I saw that in the highlights. Used a lot with screen passes, so on and so forth. Had 22 catches in 2018 out of the backfield for 192 yards. Now, do I think Clement is going to be a big-time contributor for this team? No, but I think he'll fill a void. I think he'll fill a hole with this team. Is it the most exciting pickup? No. I mean, Barkley's still our guy. We know that. Devontae Booker's clearly second in line, but could he compete to be the third running back with a rookie that was drafted in the 6th round? I see no reason why he couldn't. He's been in the league now for 4 years. He definitely will offer something to this New York Giants football team. Of course, he kind of got knocked down on the depth chart with the Philadelphia Eagles after they went out there and drafted Miles Sanders, Saquon Barkley's former teammate. In terms of the second player that the New York Giants brought in, Kelvin Benjamin might be a little bit more exciting of a name. And of course, the major attraction or the major link to the New York Giants that Kelvin Benjamin provides is he's a former first-round draft pick of Dave Gettleman. In 2014, he was a rookie with the Carolina Panthers and Cam Newton. He actually had 145 targets. He had 73 catches for just over 1,000 yards and 9 touchdowns. In his first 2 years with the Panthers, he had 16 combined touchdowns, but then he started to have some weight problems and has not played in the league since 2018. And like I said, when I heard that Benjamin was going to be on the team, or at least trying out for the team, I should say, I said to myself, there's no chance he's going to make the team at the wide receiver spot. For God's sakes, right now, Dante Pettis is probably our wide receiver 6. So I don't really see Benjamin cracking the team that way. But word came out that the New York Giants were trying him out at multiple positions, and he was actually listed as a tight end well at training camp and does it well at rookie minicamp? And does it make sense? I actually think it could. He's 6'5". He's a big-bodied wide receiver. He's been as heavy as 275. Reportedly, he's down to 245. But where's the major struggle for this Giants offense last year? It was in the red zone. The more big-bodied targets you could get, the better. Also, I want to make note that we could end up trading Evan Ingram, even though I don't really think that'll happen. But Kyle Rudolph, who's our other signing at the tight end spot, is dealing with an injury, and maybe this is insurance in case Kyle Rudolph is not ready for opening day. Who will he have to compete with outside of the obvious top two who will be on this roster unless they're traded, Evan Ingram and Kyle Rudolph? Well, then you have Levine Toilolo, who the New York Giants actually signed to an extension, but if it's not working out and they feel like Kelvin Benjamin's a better option, they could end up cutting him in training camp, along with Caden Smith, who the Giants picked up as a free agent after the 49ers cut him in his rookie year, and he actually had great chemistry, or it seemed he had great chemistry with Daniel Jones in his rookie year and didn't really get much playing time with the Giants, at least as a pass-catching threat. Was used a bit in the H-back role last year, and I think right now there's going to be a lot of competition at that tight end spot if Kelvin Benjamin proves that he could be a contributor for this New York Giants team. But to me, it goes back to what Judge and Dave Gettleman has said all along, whether it be through the draft process, whether it be last year. They have always said you can't have too much talent at any single position. And here, I think they see Clement, who, like I said, I think could fill in for that Dion Lewis vacancy. They want to get as much potential depth behind Saquon Barkley as they could, and it only makes sense with him coming off the injury. And as far as Kelvin Benjamin goes, we definitely have a crowded room there, whether it's the wide receivers or whether it's the tight ends. But we all know that we have injury-prone players, whether it be Evan Ingram, whether it now be Kyle Rudolph. We don't know if he's going to be 100% healthy when the year starts. And we need big-body targets for this team. Last year, quite frankly, we didn't have any. Evan Ingram was the tallest threat. The guy couldn't catch the football standing at 6'3". Well, now you had another potential tall target in Kelvin Benjamin standing at 6'5", 245. I think he's going to be one of the more interesting storylines going into training camp, being that he's a former Gettleman draft pick, first round, and the fact that he's a name. He's a guy coming in that's trying to reaffirm himself as an NFL player at the age of 30. Is he a long-term answer? Absolutely not. Is he an interesting storyline going into camp? Sure. Would I label him? Would I expect him to make this team in the end? I'm probably leaning no. I think he could definitely catch on as a practice squad if nobody else were to pick him up. But obviously, Judge and the New York Giants saw something in the kid to see potential to potentially be in the tight end room with this New York Giants football team. I'll be rooting for him. I'll be rooting for Clement. Just want to get a quick video up giving my overall opinion on both of these signings as the New York Giants continue to look to fill in this roster. I still think they should look to bring in an offensive lineman, and maybe they're waiting for the market to set itself. We'll have to wait and see how it all plays out. As always, guys, if you liked what you watched, please subscribe, drop a comment, maybe give me a little thumbs up. Cheers.